minutes before we begin. Should update the. Oh boy. Okay. Not a lot of questions. Let's see what I'll update as well. So it should be starting in maybe a minute or two. Okay. Let's see. Wait a bit more. Or should we begin? Hello. Well, a lot of people in this hour. Maybe next time I'll do a vote. Have more people in night. Not too much US people in the US dudes. I don't see them online yet. Anyway, let me type this in. Okay, that's fine. All right, not a lot of people. So let's keep it frisky. So the updates as well, pretty much major updates will be coming on the Medium article on this Thursday. First and foremost is the registration for the pre-release version. I hope you all registered. The info about the demo, the official demo release will have more details in the article coming this week. The Medium article on Thursday. I'm just going some of the details for the pre-release and the demo. The pre-release is just for holders to test it, give some feedback. The rough timeline should be Wranglers, Investors, and Primals and above on Wednesday. And then Omega, the Divines, Omega Club access should be this weekend or early next week, probably this weekend. And then early next week, it would be the, I think on Monday, it would be the Primevals, the other Primevals. So Mythic, Arcane, Elemental will be there. I'll update the builds every 2 days. Probably I'll update a version on Wednesday, and then when we release the Omega, I'll also upgrade a version. Those who are in the builds before should download the new build in order to test it. I'll teach you guys how to remove some of the saves to experience it when you guys need. But probably not necessary. More instructions will follow. But then for the official release, be it either for public or for all the holders, it should be targeted around the 23rd. Still expect there to be stuff to be implemented and tested. Right now, asking Law Scripper and Law Master how they feel. Everything will be in place, but to fine-tune some of the balancing and fix the bugs before the official one. The official, which is when the Solar and Lunar can access, should be a little later. But everything should be in there for the Primeval holders to play before Christmas. We'll also work on. Oh, actually, I'll answer a lot of the questions later in the AMA because I see some of these being answered in the being asked in the AMA questions. Anything I have to update would be the bunch of events that's going to happen around Christmas. So there's going to be a special quest mark event for a limited time to exchange for a very special present. Of course, these things will be in the medium. I'm just letting you guys know a little early. And then we're trying to mail some of the plushies out this week, gathering the feedback and forms. We should be mailing them these 2 days to one of the councils or wranglers in those local regions so they can be distributed and mailed out. We'll bear the costs. It would probably require you guys to send maybe around 2 to 3 funny emblems. We'll make an announcement about it. Should you want your plushies mailed, hopefully they can make it there before Christmas or around Christmas. And then there'll be the airdrop event and the breeder event. So after the mini black hole ends, the Nebula expedition ends, the breeding event should begin from the 16th all the way to the 1st or the 2nd in January. So roughly around 2 breeds in, you'll have time. And for Christmas, there'll be the massive mini black hole airdrop too, actually, for non-primeval planets. The goal of the event is, of course, to encourage more breeding. We know there's a lot of people who still haven't bred. We'll encourage them to breed. The primeval cost of breeding should be 2 mini black holes. A new planet can get 5. So every new planet earns you 3 mini black holes in addition. Yeah, so probably want to encourage more breeding to couple with the demo that's coming. So we'll allow streaming and public showing around after the 23rd because we've lined up the KOLs and the platforms to list around that time as well, so it'll be okay. And then after all these events, there's some Christmas events as well on 23rd, and maybe on the night of 25th, I should be able to do a little event as well on the night. Should any of you home? More details to be expanded over there. And then we'll be reaching out to New Year's for a more drunken holiday for everyone, hopefully. And that's about it. Well, if you have any question, ask me in AMA, and the AMA questions. I'll start going down the list. All right. So the first one is from Hades. It's asking in Mandarin, so I'll use Mandarin to answer. I actually haven't spoken Mandarin in AMAs and stuff in quite a while, so may have deteriorated once again. Hades 你好，说那场好像要开始了，月亮碎片和太阳碎片的 demo 那个使用嗜好要求，应该都是12月中到1月，应该1月到2月还可以用的，但是正式上线以后就不可以用了。会不会往后有其他的功能呢？应该不会有，应该是尽量大家应该是要在这1-2个月里面用了它。往后应该不会有功用，所以是因为事实上希望大家会用，但是就是 demo 会分3个阶段的。第一个阶段就是现在星球持有者他们的试完以后呢，就是太阳跟月亮这个碎片的，大家公开的可以试完。那个以后呢，其实还有一个版本我们会上的，就是一个 demo 的升级版本，有其他2个avatar 的 class， 还有其他6个使徒的 class 也可以用。还有就是那个 PVP mode 会开放，所以有很多时间呢。如果要参与很晚我们的风车这段时间的活动的话，就要准备多一点的碎片因为原始星球他们每一段时间都会有一个，我们都会 airdrop 一些晚的时间给你，但是如果你想参与哪些活动的话呢，我们估计这个你们还是要用一些这些碎片来 增强你的游玩的时间。不过define 以上的人应该我们都 airdrop 挺多的，所以应该不用买但是可以买一张来做这个收集的目标吧。哇，7个问题，目前每个行星使者maybe the Americana AMA. I think I'll answer the Chinese ones at the end. So that I can possibly this is an Americana AMA, although the audience I'm not sure how much is from the States as well. But I'll answer those because those ones actually take a little longer to answer, and I don't want to brush up my Chinese like this over there. So please hang in there, Hades. I'll answer it towards the end. That's just let me get them out. And Heart of the Card. What's included in the demo is the dungeon only. Demo. Right now there's only the dungeon. This dungeon it mirrors the one from your planet. Each planet has its own dungeon, but this is not the not exactly the same. It's specifically built for the demo. And then the demo comes in 3 phases. The first is the pre-release test phase, and then it will be the release phase, and then there will be an upgraded phase. The upgraded phase should be around the end of January or early February, where the other classes are available. So it's still the Tempest planet, but as you see in the sneak peeks, there's another 2 class being locked, but it will be unlocked later together with the 6 other classes of apostles. And a lot of the apostles will have more of their skills being there, and some of the new rooms to be implemented. I expect full completion of demo to end around February as we prepare for the TG and the official release. Demo saved until we beat it, or is reset after each trial access. It's saved until you beat it for the pre-release version. For the official demo version, you get 3 lives. So what happens is as long as you still have a life, even if you defeat it, you will be reset and you will be sent to the beginning of the of that depth. So you start from so depth 1 have 5 stages, depth 2 have 15, if I'm not mistaken, and depth 3 has 20 stages. If you die in depth 2 or 3 at the 10th stage, so to speak, you'll be sent back to the beginning of that depth. You keep the levels and apostles. And then you can progress again. If all 3 lives are used, actually all the stuff will be reset and you'll be sent straight to the beginning of depth 1. That's my understanding. Subject to change, of course, upon official demo release. I mean, and suggestions, I guess. And how many times can we get? How many times can we play the demo? For the pre-release, it's unlimited, so to speak, so you can pretty much play to your heart's content over there. But there will not be events, the rewards won't be in there yet. When official release comes, the battles will count, the playtime will be counted for each battle. And the rewards you can only get it once. We tried to do multiple, but the amount of work needed to prevent the exploitation of this rule is just too hard. I'll run an event where regarding the burning of the number of lunar and solars, but it wouldn't. But the overall effect of having more playtime inserted wouldn't be automatic. And the rewards that get automatically sent to your account would be the animus. So you get 50 animus for completing the first depth, 150 for the second, and 200 for the third depth. A total of 500 animus will be rewarded to each account that completes the demo. And of course, we'll also have a achievement unlock, but that achievement should probably come when the game releases, but it's in the data. So, and then for the playtime, for the demos, of course, there'll be other achievements that can be unlocked. We'll lay out the details when a demo releases. Consider beating the demo is, well, just finish all the way to the end. Just clear the end stage, and you'll see the cinematics when you do. How difficult is it to beat the demo? It should be completed. It could be completed within an hour, but probably require someone who have played these games a lot and probably have to know a lot about Apeiron, such as the OGs. And of course, you can also meditate and pre-strategize on the skills before you go into the battle, so you can start earlier. Most of the people who've seen me play should know roughly what it's like. Is the demo roar saved until you beat it, or reset after you try access? That's it. That. What are the rules and conditions for accessing the demo? For new players, what would be the best way to get access? So for the official demo, you must have the lunar and solar fragments. That's pretty much it for the first phase. Or you can hold a primeval planet that will entitle you to a periodic drop of playtime. The details of how much playtime per exordium will be displayed. Normal planet holders will also get one, but it will be a one-off in the beginning. Probably like an hour in the beginning. And for other new players, the demo is, after all, still testing. We're not trying to do like a free-to-play access battle demo where everyone tries to come on board. I don't think that's actually ideal. We can generate noise and everything just by streaming and playing and telling others about this. We're not trying to do it the way where we try to release a demo or a closed beta version to attract the general public. I don't think it works that way. And there's still a lot of balancing bugs that should be tested. And in the official release, the version that we send out will have a tutorial and then it's free to play over there. And so yeah, the demo is more for holders to test and feedback and get some feedback and get some early rewards. Not trying to onboard all Web 2 or many new players. We're still targeting the Web 3 population for this round. Yeah, whoever download and install the demo is perfect about it's download and installed. Supported platforms right now for the demo will be PC only, targeting the mobile release and the official launch. But yeah. Will KOL start streaming as soon as possible when demos out? The KOLs will start streaming around Christmas, when the around 23rd, when we allow the streaming of everything. But we'll find a bigger KOL, and we'll also be listed on some of the major Web3 gaming platforms around town. Marketing strategy for the demo. Well, the first phase is just getting us listed on all the Web3 platforms, still targeting the Web3 users. I think getting anywhere around 10,000 to 15,000 is probably the max the Web3 can support right now. So anything under 10,000 would be a good goal. But we can't onboard everyone in the beginning just with a PvE demo. I think the PvP phase will be more interesting and attract more people. So probably late July or late January or early February. When we have the PvP out, because you can generate more noise and it's more interactive when I can go stream with other KOLs, or KOL can stream with other players, or in other communities where we do sample battles with each other. It would be more interesting. There'll be more talking points over there instead of PvE demo. The PvE will be strictly mostly for people to get a hang of what the demo battle is like, what the style is like, the UI UX. Yeah, so more marketing events, more promotion and KOLs upon the PvP release in Q1. In the beginning, right now, still would do, of course, our rounds of showcasing our battle demo in different communities, different alpha groups, to work on getting more of the Web3 population on board a little earlier. But still ramping up the marketing effectivity when the PvP comes. Going for a more traditional approach, grassroots approach, so to speak, where we find community by community and try to onboard as much as we can. We'll also be streaming with some of the esports players, and we'll be employing some of the biggest esports teams to play test and to create content around our PvP demo builds or during their test phases. We're working with some of the esports teams to cater to this. you can expect these announcements coming early in Q1. It will still be rough. Well, let's see how the markets fare. Nobody is very bullish on the market after Christmas. But yeah, we'll still be doing marketing, don't worry. Do you think the entry cost will prohibit from checking out the demo? I think most will check out the demo via the streams and everything. Do we actually want people to really get their hands to test it in this phase? Probably not really, because ultimately they are encouraged to test when the game is out. When the game is ready, that's when we are ready to onboard more users. I don't think it would be a good idea to onboard as many as we can during a demo phase. It's a demo after all. It's so to speak, it's a beta phase. Betas are not meant for massive onboarding many players. And the costs will remain there, because after all, for those who want to test for free or get to play for free, they can they can rent from you guys, or they can become a scholar in one of the gaming guilds. That model is still over there, and I think it would still work over there. So we just need to get the flow out that should they want to free to play, they can play like that, they can rent, but there'll be their earnings or their abilities to earn or perform blockchain functions will be gated. Expect player count for the demo. I will hopefully, we can reach 10,000. Hopefully a bit more. But not exactly the best times for games. What are some of my favorite skill combos? Stun plus the warrior, leap strike does massive damage, but you need to really react quite fast. I'm usually more of a lazy type of like one-shot person, so I usually set the conditions for like or kite version where I go for the mage. Actually, that's Bookworm. Bookworm likes to use the mage to CC them while he kites them around. Usually it's more hands-on. I actually always have been like a rogue warrior person, so I usually like to get hands-on and use more close or mid-range skills that requires more of a mix of stun and attack. Can't really say I have a favorite skill combo yet. But it's up for you guys to decide. I don't want to say my favorite skill combo and then everyone just assumes that's the most powerful and start to breed skills like that, because, well, honestly, it would be a false guide. Can you tell more about the skill tree? For example, can we unlock a skill from a different element? Yes, you can. That's how some of the planets can access some of the other skills. Actually, also from the skill tree you can also access, but there should probably be a penalty or like a premium that you have to pay in order to unlock other skill elements that's not in your elements, your planet's elements. So maybe like 1.5 or double the cost would probably be what it'd be like. Unlocking higher tier skills would just require you to process along the talent trees and the skill trees. More information regarding the version 2 of the skill tree should be out in January. Apostle skills will be out this month, probably around Christmas. But yes, you can unlock other element skills, but it would cost more, so it's not as efficient, so to speak. Tips for new players would be read the Medium articles, take a look into the weekly sneak peeks so you can get a feel for what it's like. And just pray and practice more, really. Okay. Any good questions on this? Okay, it's okay. Move on. I'll decide later if anyone deserves an OG upgrade role. Be cool. Is there a connection between the god game and the battle game that would influence one another? Yes. The god game affects your stats of your avatar, and also some of the skills with which you can acquire on your skill tree. So you'll need a bustling settlement and you'll need to decide which path you take. So good and evil gameplay will yield different types of skill. Well, I don't want to reveal too much, but some skills require good and evil currencies that unlock certain skills along the skill tree. But the card game simulation part is more. It's not as skill intense. It just requires you to take time to groom the planets the way you want. Of course, as I said, if you are a utilitarian, you can specifically cater to what skills you want and do it from there. But if you prefer to treat the dudes the way you want, then you can see what skills are available and mix and merge with your skill tree. It's always a little conflict between the two. Well, it's up to you. Aside from Vapor Generation, discard rules, prize, upgrades, and cards. What difference does an Arcane Oasis have compared to Mythic? They don't have a difference in game, actually. All of the differences will be off game. So airdrops, community round allocation, testing, all that. So more airdrops will begin closer to the game launch. And even after the game launch, when there are updates, when there are new items, when there are seasonal events, so the higher rarity elementals, the exordiums will always get, well, more of these rewards, so to speak. Would an apostle become playable? Not answering that. Does owning specific artifacts give you an edge in battle game? The artifacts in game, of course, they give you, it's a roguelike. So when artifacts are available, it changes a lot of your styles with which you play. Some of them may be just simple HP or strength boost or rewards boost. But of course, there are also special ones that change certain behavior, augments certain behaviors of certain apostle or avatar skills that favor you to play one way or another. Pretty much like other roguelike games do. You can get the artifacts either after a battle, have a chance to get them after a battle, or you can buy them in the shop, or there's a special room that you can get them in as well. Composers of ability card different from one another, which is why you need to collect them. Would they be tradable in the future if rewarded those that collect apostles? So each class, there's 12 classes. Each class actually have around 8 skills in the beginning. And the moment you recruit one or get one, it will randomly be drawn from those 8. They'll draw 3 from those 8. And then you can mix and merge apostles in the future. So you can find the skills that you like. And if you meet an apostle with the same skills you have, you can select one of the skills to upgrade your existing one. Also, the cosmetics with a mix and merge function. I'm not sure how controllable that is actually. Yet, it should be controllable and not random. And then the apostle itself would be tradable. Yeah, you have to use our main token to mint it into an NFT where you can trade them. But probably you'll want to do the mixing and merging properly in order for it to be valuable. You'll want to get the skills high up before you sell them. How many sets of cards does each apostle have that is added into the deck? 3. It's drawn from a pool of 8 for each class. When your body dies, which part dies last? Your pupils, because they die late. Okay, I think this one can get an OG roll. Oh, Pico does not have an OG roll. Oh, welcome to the party. I'll do the Reno. Hey, where did I'll do the Reno go? Alright. And then for Baby Tiger. Question is, will the demo game have all the various systems same as the open beta? No, the beta demo... Wait, will it? The 3 phases of battle demo, the first phase, of course, definitely not. But towards the end of the days, with the classes, with the dungeons, with the PvP, most of it would be in. But so to speak, the open beta should be entailing arena system, dungeon, planet dungeon, which is similar but not exactly the same as the dungeon you have now. And then you'll be able to access all classes. The demo, you won't be able to access all other elementals. You won't be able to access using your own planets because you'll be using the Tempest. But for the so the main difference is, if it's for the battle part, is that you'll be able to use all other classes in the official beta. This demo, the ultimate goal is still a showcase of what Apeiron battle looks like and a test of what it will be like for PvP side. Will players or star holders get something special in the demo game? No, but you guys will definitely be able to test it early. As for the bug reporting, it should be the same. There should be no extra rewards over there as for the solar and lunar passes holders. But of course, we'll run events that only planets and star holders can participate in the demo on the community side. How many users can join the demo? We don't have a limit per se, but I don't think we could go beyond 10 to 15k. I mean, of course, excluding all the bots and alt accounts or something like that. Most games probably have a lot of these accounts to bloat up some of the numbers. So yeah, around 10k to 15k organic users will be very ideal. That's probably the Web3 gaming population right now. Joe, why did it get so hot in the football stadium after the match? Because all the fans left. That was pretty good. Little Blue, about chrono merging. Do we have any difference between sacrificing and adding an age to another? Yes. So adding quartz. I mean, if you are a pure planet and you add a dual, it will be discounted, the age. It wouldn't be exact. So you always want to add the age of your same element to maximize the effect. But of course, we do foresee there'll be more quartz and tries out there. And so sacrificing those would probably be more easier and accessible to find more of these planets to sacrifice and consume in chrono merging. But of course, it will be discounted, the age. The details, we have a chart. We'll release this chart closer to the launch of this function, I think. If my chord have an element under 10%, how do I make it become a trie? You don't make the chord become a trie. The chords will remain chords. It's the goal to make their offspring's trie planet is what you are trying to do. And you'll want to play the game when God Game Simulation is out to create relics and conditions where they further lower the 10% to around 1 to 2%. And then you breed it with a tri-planet, or you breed it with another chord that's you probably want to breed it with a tri-planet to push that really low. Actually, with the relics installed, or if you purchase some relics off the marketplace from others, then it's possible for you to push the elements under 0 to 0%. So it will be a quad planet with a 0% of that element. And then when you breed it with another tri-planet or another one with the element, you will be breeding tri-planets. Then, yeah, you can't turn an existing one into a dual or into another class. That would ruin the purpose of breeding. That's a long to jump. One day, Rogue came to God and asked, "How long is 1,000 years?" For me, it's only a second. How much is $1,000? To me, it's only a penny. Would you mind giving me a penny? God laughed. Wait for me 1 second. That's pretty good. Incorporate the rogue elements into it. Oh. From ancient dude to prehistoric. There you go, little book. Yep, Lee. What is the future of Apeiron? Wow, that is a 30-minute question. Well, to put it briefly, the future of Apeiron is first the game. Then it would be esports. After esports, around that time will be merchandise and physical gaming cards, and then it will be animations and movies. There'll be a trailer coming up towards Q2. It's not a trailer. It's actually animation, old school animation, which may also serve as our game trailer as well, to some extent. And then after that, it would be turning Apeiron into more of a NFT franchise, so to speak, where merchandise and additional games will be added to the ecosystem. Mini games, hopefully. And then a major event for Apeiron is to move from developer content to user-generated content when full blockchain, full on-chain gameplay can be realized, which requires a lot of tech innovation on the gas fee and the processing side of the blockchain. But with some of the technology coming where the speed of the internet can be really upgraded, it may not be that far, hopefully. So the rumors of the black fiber. What changes will Apeiron make in the coming future? Mostly battle balancing, tokenomics will be a heavy change going forward as we weather the winter and the recession, to try to find a way to really to ensure that we protect the ecosystem from speculation, or from excessive speculation, and also bots that try to take advantage of the prices. It will be a mix of centralized and decentralized approaches. Maybe controversial, but still I think it may be what's necessary to protect the interests of the ecosystem and the holders who remain. Will the market price of Apeiron drop in the future? I think it will rise and fall according to economic cycles, but hopefully it will stay on the uptrend. York. Hi Frank, when can we get drunk again? Oh, hi York. I'll probably host another drinking event around Christmas, but this time that may be holders only, planet holders only, or asset holders only, and we'll probably have to do a little more. I was just brainstorming with Eric that we probably need people to fill in forms because there's some sponsorship in getting alcohol, and it would be a nightmare over there. But mostly, I think a before and after photo and Instagram in terms of the alcohol purchased and drank and everything will be happy. We'll see. But definitely, we'll try to host once a month, unless my wife kills me or something. Or maybe I'll try to find some of the other overseers to do it together. We'll definitely need to be playing more types of different games in order to keep it fun. And it's really fun that games that can incorporate more people playing marbles is actually pretty good. But we also need like a police to like make sure the people are drinking, because last time I see a lot of people are supposed to lose a can of beer, but they only drank a glass. So we need some police dudes to monitor who's drinking and not. Opa, there's a 13th apostle. Well, technically no. I mean, there's a zombie club apostle that will be released closer. There'll also be other apostles in other cosmetics. Collecting all 12 apostles will yield a special NFT. Collecting all 12 apostles will also give you a free action figure NFT. The special NFT that for collecting all 12 apostles, the exact utility and function, I have yet to confirm with Law Scribbler and Lawmaster. It could be an in-game usable reward or just a purely marketplace usable NFT. I want to go for something in-game, but it wouldn't be affecting any balance. It would more be for collection than happy value. But yes, have yet to confirm with Lawmaster and Law Scribbler. Don't want to bother them during this phase, but can shed more light closer to the official launch in Q1. We do plan to host more of the Apostle Collection raffles around February before the minting of the ticket. So you can expect the Planet raffles, the Star raffles to be performed in February and early March. And then when the minting comes live, the 13th Apostle reward will also be there in March. Will the Apostle get an upgrade after some time? The Apostles further down the line in the future season releases will have class advancements. That's all I can say. On to leaks, there are other cosmetic or costumes for the Apostle. How will we be able to acquire them? So some of them are special cosmetics that can only obtain during the events. On some of them are actually all the Apostles have different cosmetics when they come on. You can mix and merge them. I'm not sure if it's random. Let me confirm that. But it should be controllable. Let me actually ask this in the OpenOps chat. Yeah, they come in different cosmetics, and you can merge them to find the mix you prefer. Will there be more game modes of an open world using dudes as avatars? Yes, there will be more game modes, especially on the larger game map. Will it require you to walk around giant platforms? That's a yes. Especially in the future in the universe map, there'll be platforms which you guys will be walking around. But will you be walking around as dudes? Well, maybe it will have a limited time item, an item that turns you into a dude for a limited time. So it's like those potions in World of Warcraft where you change your look. But it would be further down the line. Let's get the game out first before we work on all of these funny stuff. And a joke. Dude, can you tell me a joke? Dude, is my life not enough a joke for you? Not sure about that joke. Well, Sana is funny, but what I really want to say is a good joke should be less directed toward the person. I mean, those who I've met many people in my life, and I bet most of you have met people amongst your lives who feels like a joker, who feels like he's always trying to get people laughing at the expense of himself. But those people actually are all very good people by nature, because I don't think it's their intention to make a fool of themselves or make fun, but they don't mind because they just want other people to be happy, and they just want the environment to be easier. I respect a lot of these individuals who put their act out, because these guys are the guys in a party or in a group of friends that's always the guy who you want to hang around with, or the guy that makes the party livelier. Sometimes at their expense, sometimes not, but you should learn to appreciate them a little bit more. And yeah. So, well, I know you may mean well. I mean, it's just a joke. But learn to differentiate between a good joke and a bad joke. A good joke will have everyone laughing, but if the joke on that person, well, That's what I say, actually. If you joke about a person or you make fun about a person, you should make damn sure that person laughs as well. If you make a joke at a person, everyone laughs except him, then that's a really fucking terrible joke. So try to be a bit more finesse to the jokes over there. But fixation, which will use which butt? The dude's butt. What other butts are there to refer to well? E to the 2. What would an English football fan do if England won the World Cup? Stop playing FIFA and go to bed. Oh, that's a pretty good one, E to the 2. I will get the OG roll just for this good joke. The OG rolls, I think, are more ceremonious currently. I'll try to think of something in the future, but probably. Yeah, still, I think I can still give out OG rolls until the official release. Well, after that, maybe not. August. Oh, Frank, can we get astronomicals through the game? Game events, competitions, yes. We'll be giving out astronomicals in the community events very soon. Hopefully, we can target to begin giving them out around Christmas for our Christmas events and for the breeder events that's coming up. Nick Band. In Chinese, I'll answer the Chinese ones at the end. And Heart of God, what are the differences between the pre-release and the full release of the demo? So the pre-release version in next week, in over these 2 weeks, won't have the boss, while the official one will have the boss. But actually, with the hopefully in these 2 weeks, if the dudes behave and not stream everything, I think it will be okay to include the boss in the pre-release version beginning next week. So you guys can experience it in full as well, as long as the dudes behave and don't breach the sharing thing. Full release, pretty much balancing issues, and also, the events will compile. We'll have leaderboards. The APIs will be integrated, so you can check the leaderboards on our marketplace. And then there'll be various events, speedrun leaderboards, community events, cross-community events, as platforms such as Guildfy will have achievements and quests for you to perform in the full release version. And the full release will also be upgraded further down the line. Of course, the full release with the other 2 avatar classes and the apostles will have. We will probably work on the pre-release version, but not as large scale as this one. More for internal daddy or wrangler testing and those. We'll see how this version goes. We'll see what we can learn from this initial release. Jankos. Is the system requirement for the battle demo final? The recommended system, yes. The minimum we have tested, but because the boss is still being implemented and being optimized, so once the boss is implemented and optimized, then we can clearly label the minimum required, probably around Christmas, or maybe we can work on this with the Primeval owners. To test what it is, but because it's before optimization, so the minimum requirement is hard to say right now. Will the pre-release version have like a time window where we can only play it during those times? Yes, probably until we do the official release, maybe a few days before. I'll announce it closer to maybe next week when everything is more in place. I know everything will be ready on the 16th. Once we implement that, we'll get a meeting, so we'll update more of the progress and expectations next Monday after the bigger meeting. I'll also stream much of the versions in Alpha Spec Ops in the next sneak peek, probably this Sunday night. And then we'll be sent out to registered users' emails in phases over the next 2 weeks. Yes, we'll send via the emails you guys registered. It's come first serve basis. No, it comes under the invested partners, wranglers, and primals first, and then Divine Club, Omega Club. After Omega Club, it would be the other primevals, and after that, it would be the official release, and the official release of the demo will allow the use of solar and lunar fragments. What will happen if the remaining minerals are all burned and nobody can breed? But mini black holes we can issue anytime. It's not a limited supply. If players still want to breed, but mini black holes are already out, pre-TGE, pre-breed. No, actually, we'll be keeping the mini black holes. So in the future, after the TGE, the mini black holes, the keys you use to stake in the pools, will be purchasable only by APRS and the Anima or Animus. So there'll always be mini black holes. What do you call a man that disagrees with his wife? A dead man. That's okay. That's okay. Will there be ray tracing rendering in the game? What is ray tracing? I don't know. I'll have to ask. I have no idea what that is, so I'll have to ask the. Is the demo playable on MacBook with M1 or M2 chip? I can ask. You can test it yourself as well. It's just a few days away, Fifi. You're a Wrangler. Hi, Frank. Will the demo be optimized for mobile or will it be solely for PC? The demo will be solely for PC, I foresee. The mobile will only come when the upon official release. Of course, we'll also have like a pre-release version of the mobile, but that one is more for maybe for the Wranglers and for the QA testers specifically. Everything will be tested mostly on the PC. The performance of the mobile would only be mostly UI, UX. UI, not UX. Mostly on UI, which can be fixed by us. In the beginning, we used graphic settings. So a lot of graphic settings can be adjusted to allow for more optimal builds on the mobile. And right now, the original version that you see on the YouTube trailers and the ones we had in July, those one can scale down to mobile pretty easily. And of course, once you optimize, the requirements will drop. And once we have the graphic adjustable options, the game can also go lower. But the reason they on hold is because they want to implement everything in the final version. We're very close to the end, so we can begin optimizing after that. Joke. Why were the quarter stadiums... Why were the stadiums upset? Japan went out during the round of 16. I don't quite get that joke. June. Hey Frank, is there a PC requirement for the game when it releases, or requirements are only for demo? Yeah, there'll be a PC requirement. It would be lower. Right now, we only have the recommended settings. The minimum settings, again, maybe we'll try to come out during the pre-release phase and test with everyone. Hi, Frank. This one is in Chinese. I'll answer later. Star aging is January right now. It's been delayed because just everyone is working on the demo right now on the blockchain side as well. Just getting and testing the account. So it was supposed to happen together, but I guess the blockchain developers are just too happy with the demo. I mean, even Law Scribbler, who was supposed to be working on some of the Star stuff, is just testing the demo himself quite a lot. But it's a good thing, I guess, for them. But let's just get the demo out. The demo is very important of a milestone because everything is in final quality. What is the utility of Animus? From Hin is the same as Anima. So you'll be using all the Animus in your account before you use Anima in the marketplace in the future. But of course, Animus is not tradable. That's the only difference between them. Anima can be traded. Another Chinese question. I'll answer the Chinese questions towards the end. So, how many avatars can we choose to play in the demo? Just one. The mage, and then later towards the end of January, you can begin to choose, or early February, you can choose the other two classes. But still, it's just the Tempest. You'll be able to choose only when the game launches. Or we'll have a pre-release version of that one, and you guys can test it out. Let's see how this one goes first. Tete, does Spirit Core have evolution? Yes. What is the Zodiac Conquest? The Spirit Core evolution will affect several aspects of the Spirit Core evolution on our end. The ones that we issue will level up. It's just like leveling up your player account, and it offers different types of perks and benefits. But I should announce this closer to when the PFP NFTs are down the pipeline. Of course, we also integrate with other Alpha Group NFTs, PFP NFTs, so you can use theirs as your profile picture account, and it will also grant benefits for those who work together with us. One of the easier ones would probably be, and earliest ones would probably be ZombieCon. Zodiac Conquest is actually the giant map gameplay on the game map, where the constellations and stars do battle against each other. That actually highly similar to how grand strategy games work, like the 4X games you see on mobile, like League of Kingdoms. The full detail, you get more of it towards Q2 next year, I guess. Sure all day. I want to ask if the game will create more Avatar and Apostles in the future. Avatars, the 45 base classes, probably not. We can do more cosmetics and skill expansion, but the avatars won't. Apostles will have an evolution path because both Avatar and Apostles can evolve in the future, so there'll be more classes stemming from them, but the base core of the 12 classes and 15 base elements should not be changed. Hi Frank. Is the Apostle drop rate and experience gained in demo dungeons the same as real gameplay? No, definitely not. Because you will still gain experiences in the dungeons, but not at this rate. And also, a lot of the stuff, the attributes should be altered in the card game simulation side, and the relics that you obtained over there. What the demo really truly offers is an experience of what the controls of the battle will be like, what the system of the dungeons, the roguelike structure will be like. Let us about the upcoming demo. Demo version's official release time. Hopefully it's around the 23rd for the official release, but it depends on the testing phases and everything. Still can't lock a date on that yet. But I can lock a date that for all the pre-release version, everyone will be able to test it by early next week. Probably Monday or Tuesday next week. And everything will be in there by the 16th. and the 23rd. So these are the more important dates for us. Is there a ranking of the players in the demo version? Yes. For the pre-release, no, but the demo version, there'll be a ranking on our marketplace, similar to how Sandbox is doing it. The reward goes to those who complete the demo. Oh, Jam answered. So there will be no ray tracing rendering in the game, and the game is playable on a MacBook with M1 and M2 chip. Hello Frank, I saw PC conversion for max setting is quite high. That's not max setting, that's just recommended settings actually. If so, PC or laptop office can't be played. Oh, laptops in office. We'll have to test. Those are not minimum requirements. We can test the minimum requirements. It may be inconvenient in the beginning, but we'll optimize and scale these down. So yeah, but we can't exactly cater for this type of adjustments in the beginning. It would be inefficient for a development pipeline like this to keep adjusting graphic qualities and everything before everything is in. I mean, from a user perspective, of course, it's great, but it eats into the development pipeline, and we probably won't be lowering and optimizing until everything is in. It would be the leaderboard rewards will be sent straight to the marketplace accounts that you guys registered with. A simple question from M Senpai. What's the point when holding multiple battle passes? You can get more playtime. With the amount of rewards and events coming up, you probably want more playtime in to practice or to run events or to try to get the top spots on the leaderboard. Or just try to get some of the PvP in later. I mean, then we're going to get more than 1 frame per person in Discord environment. Then there should be some reason for that, yes. Bonus reward and more gameplay. I'll also run an event based on the amount of lunar and solar fragments burned. But just a simple event. And then there'll be achievements for burning multiple copies, more details to be addressed. We do a small multiplier on the rewards for those who have multiple battle passes. But we'll need to set the rewards schedule right first. But yes, those who hold multiple will be rewarded. That's the whole point of it. But probably we'll set a max so that people don't hog the battle passes. What is the breeding event? Will the breeding event could be released during the event? Not likely. So it's around 2 weeks, so around 2 breeds in. So it would probably favor those who have more planets on their hands. But there should be the quartermasters are proposing a pretty interesting way where breeds also give a raffle ticket sort of thing. We're confirming the details of this event very shortly within this week, so just stay tuned. So an entry limit to play the demo version is 1 day for players to fully experience the full demo. There's no energy limit. There's a time limit that only ticks when the battle begins and stops when the battle ends. It will be 1 hour for 1 lunar solar pass. To fully experience the demo version, probably generally around 2 hours is our expected time. Good players can play it under 1 hour, but there's no real race, to be honest. I mean, those who hold more than 1 can enjoy the game and play more. And it will probably take a few tries for you guys to get on the leaderboard, so to speak. So Chinese questions I'll answer at the end of the AMA. Joke and question for Frank will be, who will be the World Cup champion in 2022? I don't know really, with all the scouts. I would hope it would be, being old school, would be Argentina. It's my second favorite team after Brazil, but Brazil really, really was very disappointing. That's all the question, though. There's a new design sneak peek for the Boot Apostle. Does it apply to all evil line players or only to the enemy? Boots are not evil. The evil dudes are different. Hi, okay, got drunk for the first time in my entire life because of the card game. Well, you certainly took a huge revenge on everyone else. Well, why can't PC gamers use Uber? Because there are too many incompatible drivers. Well, that's a pretty good one. You had fun, Bunny. Out of card. What can we do with the in-game anima from the demo reward? The anima is called Animus from the in-game, and you can, and when in the future you can use it in the marketplace, just like using anima. So it's actually actual value. It's like store credit if you think about it. So you get Animus is the store credit of anima, and on our marketplace you can spend it just like you spend anima. Number 2, can we buy multiple solar lunar passes with multiple wallets? In a way, yes, you can. Does the planets? But you'll have to have like multiple marketplace accounts as well, multiple emails. Sure, you want to do that. Does the planet's demo playtime and drop happen once a week, a specific time? We're still determining that actually. Originally, it was planned once every 2 weeks, but we have yet to make the final confirmations on this one. Yes, but of course, once it's released, we'll definitely. I mean, the first playtime will be released upon the first official release. So all pre-movals will not need pre-movals, and planet owners will not need to wait. The playtime will be airdropped together with that. But of course, we do this because and ultimately why we didn't do the stackable reward is that we don't want planet holders to just play it and send it to another account and grind like that. So we airdrop the playtime through periods. So if you have a planet, but if you buy a planet after the demo release, then yeah, you'll have to wait until the next airdrop phase. Does the Apeiron team still ban hacked NFTs? We are still discussing, but currently we still have the ban function in place, and but we have to work with OpenSea to make sure that those banned planets does not get listed, and we can successfully delist them. But on contract, they should not be tradable once banned. We usually ban the NFTs only after we find it. So in most cases, once hacked, the hacker usually sells everything off to the highest bidder and accept the highest offer. We can't really ban those once they're in the hand of the third party holders. But the banned NFTs you see right now is quite interesting. The hacker hacked, but did not sell and just left it in the hacker's wallet. That's why we banned those ones. Of course, it's quite controversial. There are many different ways to say it and view it. Either from the perspective of protecting those who got hacked or from the overall floor price, so to speak, of the collection. We're still deciding. If you guys have a good suggestion or sample, it would be great to write some feedback or DM me on this. But right now, we're still determining what's best overall. I mean, the company, the development team can set an offer slightly above what the others are offering and try to work that way. But that way does not actually do anything to prevent the hackers. But of course, yeah, there's a saying from the field that people should do their own research, and if they're hacked, it's their own fault. We're still debating and deciding on what it's going to be like going forward. We'll do it, run it to a fault later, I guess, after the demo is out. Victor, hello friend, do we have any events about finding bugs in the demo version? Yes. We'll have a bug report and a feedback and suggestion event to couple with it after the demo release. Who's qualified? Anyone who holds a Primeval or Planet will be qualified to join. Anyone who gets a Solar or Lunar pass can join. Anyone who partners with our investors, gaming guild or fund or community will be able to join. We'll give a certain amount of slots out there for them. No limit on the amount of people, really. Demo version will not be able to avoid bugs. So do we have any initiative for demo testing to find bugs and report them to the team? We'll have some, but I probably won't reward like a super huge amount. We'll see how the events run over there. We have a form and everything for people to contribute as holders to better the game. But will we give out rewards just for people to do that? I mean, it's same as the restructuring of the community and the council and the rewards and everything. I mean, having rewards is great and it's a good incentive, but having too much of it really gets into a really, really negative experience for the community overall. So we'll discuss with the quartermasters and council and see what kind of events we can run with the bug reporting. Alexis, with crypto industry always getting hijacked and many of the workers are leaving, the future of this crypto game industry is blurry. So I believe in this in the long term and everything. I think taking a more mixed centralized approach together with decentralized voting or opinion system will be possible in the future, and also putting in place taxes or restrictions on the token trading on the DEXs may be a way to fight bots and speculations in the field. I still think NFT and ownership they may not necessarily be the future, but it would definitely be a great step in evolving business models and exploring new business models and opportunities, because there really is a lot of utility that can come from players owning their assets and trying to improve these assets together with the team. There just needs to be a lot of experiments to do it. As for the game and production itself, if the crypto were to collapse and everything, well, we still have... the game was designed to be a mobile game. We can still migrate to a free-to-play or freemium model with in-game purchases and everything, transforming the existing tokens and NFTs into items in-game on a Web2 basis. We can still offer them to be tradable on our own platforms, but hopefully it doesn't have to come to that. We can also transform the token into equity share. We can transform the NFTs into, well, we can offer a buyback as well. So there are many measures with which we can do. But hopefully, I think going out there, releasing the tokens, releasing the game, and trying to pivot and change along the way is the best way to weather the coming cycles in the industry. But yes, of course, we'll try to implement more centralized tactics to fight the bots and speculators should there be a need to do that. Inside joke? Who hijacked this corridor? Don't Quan. That's okay, Alexis. Also, another question. Do you guys use customer funds into another side of investment? No. Did you guys use it for your game or allocation operation? Some of the funds I put in treasury bills, US treasury bills, but that's about it. I use it to invest in some of the most safest things out there, but I still keep a certain amount of cash available or stables available, but mostly I put it in fiat. not just recently, but since April. I convert most of them to fiat, more old school. And because much of our operations and funding is paid via fiat. Do you guys use crypto instrument to USD was your point of operation? No, actually, we do hold some ETH, but much of it is controlled by me. So I've been doing okay. I mean, didn't catch the highest or lose in the lowest, but yeah, we're running on a very positive treasury. Lexus again. Question about Apeiron. Will there be another collection sale for Apeiron NFT after PFP NFTs? If there, you can get some idea leaks. So right now, PFP NFTs is what's left mostly. Of course, there's also the other 19 badges of stars, but these are the main sales events that will be going. We may do some loot box style stuff, but those are more staking events, rewards. So probably won't be a sales pool either. So what I can think of right now, at least in the foreseeable 2 years, is just the PFP NFTs and the stars. Let's see how the game goes over there. Will there be a unique cosmetics distinction for our avatars and our apostles? Yes. Avatars will have relic slots that can alter the appearance of your avatars. Apostles will have equipment, but those are not tradable. The avatar ones are tradable because they are relics. Question about gameplay: will there be a chat system? Yes. In the game in general, yes. During battle, I would love to implement the emoji taunt system, as toxic as it may become. It's just good fun. How many players in GPG also when the skill figure will be available? Skill figure will be coming in the second half of the year, the Japanese Mythology Galaxy. But there are 2 modes of GPG. I think some of the Chinese dudes up there asked, so I will say so. The first GPG mode will be more like Clan Wars, where solar systems battle against other solar systems. Meaning a star owner can run into another star owner, or a guild can run into another guild and trigger a war, either triggered by them or actually we have a periodic event. So most likely it will be in the beginning, it would be much like Clash of Clans. So every week or every 2 weeks, we will match up 2 guilds and have them fight each other, and then they can assign which planets or star systems gets to participate in these guild wars, and the players will pick each other's solar systems or planets to fight in battles. A 3-star, 2-star, 1-star system, and then that will be the beginning of the GVG that we do. The game map one in second half, the Mythology Galaxies ones, the Shinto ones, will be where you can actually control the stars, so to speak, and drag them across the game map to go on a full solar system gang war, so to speak, across the map. Hard to imagine, I know, by speaking about it. We'll definitely release a bit more details with graphics and stuff towards the end of the first half of next year. Derivative Door. Should I buy another planet or a star? I only got 1 planet. It's up to you. If you want to breed, then you should get one to participate in the breeding. Or you can use some of your sugar or for the emblems to exchange for it. But if you just want to hang on to one and participate as a holder, then of course you should get more. Should I still keep my faith undefined? Depends on what that faith was. What was that faith? On in. I think having 1 divine to access the benefits of the Omega Club is good. Other than that, holding multiple divines. Well, hopefully, if we transform everything into more of a gated and alpha group community for the divines and the primeval planets, the floor price for the divines will rise in the future. But it would be a longer investment. Grenoble. Okay, I'll answer the Chinese questions now. 好，对不起，现在可以开始中文区哪些问题了看看这个时间，我应该有的OK， 我有时间。好，中文区月亮碎片那个我打了，从黑历史。目前游戏有3个技能，目前行星狮子Avatar 有3个技能，有些技能并不理想，是否会开放行星使徒相互换技能的方案不会。至少大家反击嘛要改这个技能，就是要反击他们透过反击来换的。但是其实我们的游戏平衡里面没一个太不理想的答案但是当然了，好像一开始开出来的时候，我们有说过如果真的测试出来或是时长或失去的反应，真的是觉得需要有一个重置的话，我们会有一次性的一个重置活动，给一些觉得他们的星球的技能很不理想的人去重置他们的星球的技能但这个重置不会保证他们会拿到更好的，但是最少我们可以做一个这样的东西。但是为什么不可以让他们重置呢？因为始终我们的核心方法就是繁殖星球嘛，所以要他们繁殖来弄理想的技能才是我们的玩法，而不是让他们这样直接付钱或跟别人换，那就没人会反击了。随着行星使不同星期是会有变的也我会用广东话读，因为会快一点。例如行星星看到10級有1次為一個技能從沙灘時數这个我们应该不会放不会有这个回王的技能，在 demo 里有，但是在我们现在这个计划的技能树里面一定要跟着树提升但是当然如果你想先信那个然后再为王然后再信的话是可以的就比如说一开始你只能达到第一个技能的等级10的时候现在然后你一直解锁到第2个技能的话，你可以只点一颗技能点在第1个技能，然后重置以后呢，就是画其他的技能点在这个 level 2的技能里是可以这样的。但是收费是怎么样，或会是怎么进行呢？应该要等1月的时候，我们有第2个版本的技能树，我们就会可以解释一下给大家听。是之前公开的消息说工会战争是大兴土木这个，请问公司这时候是开始如何判定？这个刚刚英语有说一点点，就是我们一开始其实会有2种工会战的明年。第一个早一点开放的呢，应该就是在Q2 的时候，就是一个好像 Clash of Clan 的那些工会战，所以每1到2个星期呢，我们会安排2个实力相当的工会进行对战。在这个时候呢，就是由这些工会选择他们想去抗战的一些星球跟行星去对打，可能在2天的时间内谁能打败最多第2面的人呢？这样的就可以赢那个工会。整个工会也会有奖励的。第2个玩法呢，就是那个在地图上进行的，就比如会更像衰土之滨会像像是王者什么的，不是都是 Grand Strategy 的那些游戏呢。这3国志战略版的那个玩法就会在后半年跟着这个日本的那个 Galaxy 推出。那个玩法就是24小时不断的发生的应该会跟一个一个的赛季发生的但是第1个版本的那个就是在1到2天内有从2方进行PK 这样的。项目是分赛季进行的那么每个赛季哪些 定会重置，只是这是排行榜应该跟这个在地图上的一些敌人呢会重置，它是自己的星球啊或什么的不会重置，应该不会，还没决定，但是应该不会的。行星神使跟使徒目前手里的物象啊，这后面还有更多的这个行星的使徒那个 Avatar 呢，它有不同的装备，只是它不同的装备就是往后我们的 Relic， 就是一些你在上帝模拟那块能拿得到的一些装备还有些会从PVE 那边可以拿得到的，或是一些赛柜的奖励，那些是可以交易的。但是使徒身上的衣服跟武器呢，他们有不同，但是这些都是从游戏里面拿得到的而他们是不可以变成 NFT 的一拿就是直接拿那个使徒的回来的玩家可以在游戏里面合成不同的使徒去换不同的服装，但是他们一变成 NFT 的以后呢，就是那个样子了。还有最关键的是，单个账号很多星球，我是主要还一个星球作为充电宝，就是这种。我们是鼓励一个玩家有几个好几个星球的。我觉得最接的答案应该大概，如果真的很用心玩的话呢，可能一个玩家玩4个星球左右，应该就是大概的时间吧。但是当然了，要玩很多的话，也可以很机械性的管理这些星球。但是我觉得一开始应该一个玩家玩4个星球，应该还有时间吧。但是玩法，但是呢，就是那个 PFP NFT 我们会有的那个 Spirit Core 呢，其实它的玩法跟它的功能呢，就是当你的玩家的账户升级的时候呢，也有这些 PFP NFT，其实我们会方便很多不同的玩家管理，同时间管理多个星球的，所以都会有这个安排进去。而每个星球的玩法都会有点不同的，就算是同一个星球、同一个 element、同一个 class 的话，在星球那块玩的时候，都会有一些小不同的，在上帝模拟那块，因为那些 dude 他们的生活跟他们的要求的性格都可以很不一样的，所以玩出来可以很不同。有时候要看他们自己本身的天生是怎么样的来配合一个比较efficient 的玩法。继续找下一个中文的天体可以玩游戏活的吗？可以在一些活动里可以活的，但是大多的玩法跟拿的方法应该就是参加我们的社群的活动。看关于 TG 现在心目中首选的交易所是哪家？CEX 的话都应该只有Binance， 如果是到 Binance 的话，应该就是做 DEX， 但是2个玩法会不同。其实2个方法我也想保留大部分的币在我自己的手上，然后要看着市场的反应，再慢慢的放出去。但是这个我们会在 TG 之前跟大家说好，我们的玩法跟想法是会怎么样。现在等 demo 上了以后，1月我就会开始跟 Binance 再谈一谈。但是还有一个就是跟 Ronan 谈。Ronan 呢也是 demo， 圣诞节以后呢会再跟他们见面一次。我们会发我们的 pre-release 版本不是 pre-release，sorry， 是23号的那个版本会给 Ronan 跟 Sky Mavis 谈一谈，看看他们会给什么条件我们过去。 如果是很好的话呢，我们应该是会过 Ronin 的，Sky Mavis 那边的但是如果不好，我们保留在 Polygon 上继续说。关于使徒在游戏中的获取机制、升级机制，使徒的卡牌是随机的吗？在星球里面使用同时或者是 OK，使用游戏获取的机制就是每打完一关是有一个很小的机会率可以拿到一个新的使徒但是呢要正常拿的话，其实有一些关卡是拯救这些使徒的，就是那些关卡可以拿得到新的使徒。在打的时候，他们是可以执行他们的等级的使用卡牌是随机的吗？是随机的。他们生成的时候是从8个技能里面抽3个出来。在星球里面是能同时获取所有的石头，还是有限量的应该是你是用 APRS 我们的 token 来mint 这些使徒做 NFT 的，所以应该只要你有足够的 Apeiron 的话，你就能把所有的使徒或在神魔力那块能拿得到的 relic 就可以变成 NFT。PFP 部分也，但是我还没在做最后决定，可能只能选几个的，应该不是可以所有的。如果是根据Dungeon Maker 那个玩法，可能只有4个 slot 你可以把它变成 NFT， 但是要往后一点才做最后的决定。可以不能展开多一点说明时间点会在游戏上线后，应该现在的 development pipeline PFP 都要在游戏上线后才做。但是我们可能我们第一批的 PFP NFT 其实不是我们自己的，我们可能是跟一些不同的 Alpha Group 合作，用他们的 PFP NFT 在我们的账号上发生功能的。然后游戏后期我们才再发放我们自己的PFP NFT 系列。那么每个 PFP NFT 的功能其实就是因为每个人我们会鼓励他们玩多于一个星球嘛，所以而且 PFP 的 NFT 的功能大多都应该是在这个赚钱跟这个 staking 跟一些跟游戏平衡没关的一些多加的一些功能是在 PFP NFT 那块，而每个 PFP 也是透过账户升级来账号升级来提升他们的 level 的，所以每个 PFP NFT， 比如说要或完成一些游戏的任务跟实践那就可以提升你的账号的等级，提升这个等级，同时就可以每一个 PFP NFT 他们可能有3到4个功能是在等级5、等级10、等级15、20这样去解放的大概是这样，但是实际的用法跟玩法要后续才再多说一点。第4条特许的地下城副本是不是在不同的行星中产生特殊的地下城版本是在地图有不同的东西的实施，有时候会有一个巨型的那个我不知道中文叫什么，一个 special black hole or like a really special nebula that happens on the map or like a space-time portal that you can click into for a limited time adventure into a dungeon 还有的就是地图上会有一个endless 一个无底的一个地下城一个还有哪里会有一个无限的地下城，跟一些现实的一些活动会在哪里可以发生。有些行星会有一个 permanent 的地下城的，但是很小。但是我们也应该会有一些时间限定在不同的地区跳出来的一些不一定是地层吧，一些小活动在地图上能给大家发现更晚的。 OK，Benz Round 弧线不知道第什么，第楼我知道普通话怎么发音啊、我是最多可以带多少石头去打？其实应该我们是没限定的，你的星球最多可以带多少就等于你自己的 relic slot 是多少，但是你进去这些低层的时候呢，也会在里面能拿得到apostle 的。而你自己本身能拿多少 apostle，我们现在还没有定一个可以带多少。当然每场战斗只可以带4只，但是你 inventory 你的仓库里面可以有多少只我们没定。下正章有什么游戏功能吗？能不能玩游戏拿到？三的正章你是说season 那个，还是说游戏里面应该说 season 那个？season 那个暂时我们还没不应该不会在游戏里面有功能，但是绝对往后我们在 community 里面呢，有时候我应该会举办一些活动是可以有一些功能的，或给他们一些特别的奖励不仅他们都花了很多时间才能拿得到这个勋章但是应该不会游戏里面不会有功能，但是 community event 往后走下去，他们应该会有功能的。但也不会是很多的功能哦，都是一个收集的一个，应该是一个 achievement 来的。第一季度游戏上线，到时候是不是能考虑时长怎么办？先上线再说。现在是我们会先上线，但是我们现在的应该我们现在的想法是有限度的上线。战斗那一块一定会上，因为战斗要做很多的淘金而且战斗那一块也是我们的营运活动的主要的出发点，所以有了那个以后呢，我们可以搞很多比赛也可以搞一些卡牌的一些制作，所以那个一定会推出的。而我们的B 呢也会在那个时候推出，因为我们会想调整最需要市场数据调整的，就是战斗跟这个 B 的操作，我们的 token 的操作。所以就算那个市场的环境很差，我们也打算在 Q1 一定会上线推出的除非unless of course 有一些非常不好的事情发生，但是我想象不到，可能就是中国开战，然后台湾把飞弹都卸去香港的话呢，我没办法了，但是应该不会去那样吧。不然的话应该都会推出的。但是如果比如说有一个我们打算在3月10号推出，然后9号、8号发生了一些类似Luna 跟 FTX 的事情呢，我们可以推迟一点点，等市场的环境再底一下再出。但是如果没这些的话呢，都应该一定会希望在 Q1 推出的但是我们的上帝模拟那块呢，我们会留到可能市场真的要好转一些有一些明朗一些的方向，我们才会推出。但是从 Q1 开始呢到 Q2 的时候呢，我想我应该就会在这些sneak peek 里面就会给你们看一些这些那边的情况因为其实都预了在 Q1 的时候 Q1 跟 Q2 的时候呢，就会有上帝模拟那一块同时推出的，所以其实都准备好了，就是想找一个好点的时机。但是其实战斗那块他自己一个也有1到2年的一些活动我们可以玩了，更新可以放进去，都已经够玩够大家玩1年半载的了，所以应该有1到2年的时间，应该一定会推出。但是你问我的话呢，星球模拟那块我也想2023年里面推出的，我也不想等太久，不仅那个是游戏的一个非常核心的一个玩法，而也是我们对这个产品最大信心的那一块，就是3D模拟那一块。 但是都是也是同一个原因，想找一个市场比较好的情况才退出那一块。OK，摩斯利安内测能晚12至10周吗？内测这个 demo 的版本，第一个版本是6折，然后1月底跟2月头的那个版本就会其他6折，所有12的所有的时都也会有的。Oh, okay. You probably have all the community benefits. The only thing you'll be lacking is the define holder airdrops. Are the airdrops worth it? Maybe. It's hard to say. I mean, there'll still be airdrops. It's not like one-off thing. I mean, every periodically will have those airdrops. I don't think. Well, I'd say it wouldn't be a real big hurry to get it. Ultimately, getting it and holding it in the long run should still benefit. In terms of long-term airdrops and everything. Alright, let me see what else questions there are. Don't see many other questions. So I guess 1 hour and 45 minutes only. The AMAs are getting shorter. There's only 30 people here. I guess that's why. The next AMA will be back in the normal time zone and time frame. I think we'll try to get more questions there after the demo launches. Should have a lot of questions by then. Still have some DMs I have to answer, especially the ones from what's his name? I forgot his name. Where's his name? Did they change his name? Oh, I think he may have changed his name. Oh, Salieri. Still have yet to answer the question from Salieri. He asked really long ones. Hopefully I can get to it. Well, other than that, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'll head off. Thank you for participating in this AMA. And well, looking forward to enjoy all the Christmas events and the demo with you guys coming up. 谢谢大家. We'll see you guys this Sunday.